Hi, and welcome to another edition of Worldwide Magazine. I'm P.e.p, and of course my lovely bride-to-be, the lovely young Kathy. She's here again, she's at my house, and we're having a wonderful, beautiful afternoon at home. And we have some tapes we'd like to show you that were recorded at the Gay Lesbian Parade, and also later on in the show, some tapes from the p.e.p Fan Parade, which we've never covered before. So first, the p.e.p Fan Parade.
Right.
Anyway, we're going to show you these parades and some other things, but I would say that we're also going to have some tips for the ladies that want to look good for their man, just like Kathy does for me.
Or want to look good for themselves, which is just as important.
And some of the women want to look good for other women.
Why not?
All right.
Why not just look good just to look good?
I agree with that, and I'm not going to be doing the exercises myself, but I will be watching them. And Kathy's going to help you ladies out there.
Pete, you should try and do this with me. I think it's important that you would feel so much better. You know, it would get your blood pumping through your body.
Well, when I watch
parts of your body that your blood probably hasn't seen in a long time.
Yeah, I know. Let's not get into that.
It would just be so good for you. You complain all the time about how bad you feel. Your health is so bad. Everybody, I mean, you and sickness are just kind of hand in hand. And that's probably why you don't move around.
Well,
you need some more exercise. You need circulation.
My blood will be pumping harder as I watch you do the exercises, so that would be kind of like exercising myself.
Not what I meant. I meant you should be down on the floor with me doing this.
I'd love to be down on the floor with you, but as we promised, no sex until after the marriage. Not even tongue kissing, which I don't even consider that sex. But I mean, it's good. If you can't get sex, why not use your tongue? Well, I guess some of the activities you do with your tongue could be considered having sex.
I think it probably all leads to that anyway, don't you think?
I hope so.
Anytime there are tongues involved, I mean, sex can't be far behind. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay, well, right now we're going to switch to the Gay Lesbian Parade, which was recorded a while back.
At the Gay Lesbian Parade.
At the Gay Lesbian Parade. There's lots of gays, there's lots of lesbians, there's lots of homosexuals. All the people you really want to see right here on Worldwide Magazine. Here it is. I notice this is p.e.p here, and I've joined Laurie and Vince for the commentary on the parade. And it's a nice day out here in the Central West End. It's a beautiful day, in fact, and these people are parading around, letting everybody know who they like to make love to. I think it's important that every group, whether it be homosexuals, heterosexuals, pedophiles, or whatever, go around and parade on the street and let the people know who they like to make love to. I think it's really the American way. It's great, because I really am concerned about who these people like to make love to. I guess my 2 cents worth. That's my personal opinion, Laurie. I know you probably don't agree with me, but that's my opinion.
You're right, Pete, I don't, but that's all right. We're two different people. And the parade continues. What do we have here next? The Sharing Center coming back down.
Well, you can see they're really blowing their horn. It's really a horny group, you might say. They're very horny. You know, it's amazing how certain people can think about sex. It's such a big, important part of their lives. It's amazing. I mean, I think it's wonderful that you can be so immersed, so preoccupied with sex.
Well, Pete, a lot of these people have been discriminated against for a long time, and our society's pretty homophobic. So these folks, families, friends, whether you're gay, straight, whatever, bi, are out just celebrating life.
You know, Laurie, I like to make a little comment about Pete too. You know, he's right. You know, these people have been discriminated against, and you know, it doesn't make a difference who you make love to. You know, if we can, you know, you know, we're all in this together, you know. We're out against the fight of AIDS, and this is what this parade is all about. It's not a matter of being gay, straight, bisexual, you know, whatever, you know. We're all out here to have a good time, and basically, you know, we're interested in people in general. And what else, you know, a perfect person's interested in people more than anybody else than Pete. Right, Pete?
That's beautiful, Vince. As I said earlier, I said this last year, there's a lot of love in this parade, a lot of love. A lot of wonderful love between different people and the same kind of people and different species and everything. It's really beautiful.
Okay, next comes the Gay and Lesbian Association of Students at SIUE and St. Louis Advisor.
Even Batman's involved in this year. I mean, you know.
Well, you know, Batman's a sexual being, you know.
Right. You know, it could be both ways, you know. He could be a male or female as far as we're concerned, you know. You don't know what's behind that mask, you know. I mean, it shows being a man, it says Batman, but then there's a Batwoman, you know. And, you know, it's so nice to see both men and women joining together like this, you know. And, you know, really, we ought to interview some of these people and find out which people are basically all gay or they're bisexual. You know, there's a lot of probably of both, you know. Maybe it would be a good idea to interview some people, you know.
Well, maybe when we go over to the park after the parade, we'll be able to have some conversations with folks. I know they're going to have a variety of booths over there, information.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to do it when the parade's going on. Everybody's in a big hurry. You want to get down the street, they want to get going. Maybe you're right, Laurie. After it's over with, the parade's over, we'll probably interview a few people.
Here, show me St. Louis.
Just show me St. Louis Classic 1992 Christina Taylor. That's the one that just went by. Evidently, it must have been some kind of beauty contest. I guess they're all beauty contests to some degree, ain't they?
Boy, aren't those gays and lesbians a lot of fun. I'll tell you what, there is nothing more exciting or more humorous than a house full of queens. Gays and lesbians, some of my favorite people, really, I mean that. Okay, ladies, right now what we're into are some leg lifts. As you can see, I'm just laying here on my side, toe pointed, raising my leg up and down. That's going to work this part of your thigh. Let me tell you something, ladies. There are certain body parts that are more important to men than others. And so many women make the mistake of thinking that their chests are the most important part of their body. And let me tell you something, they're not. Look at me. I have no chest at all. But let me tell you something. When men look at you, they're looking at you from the waist down. When they think about you, they're thinking about you from the waist down, because let's face it, that's where the really fun stuff is. Okay, so let's get our legs in shape right now for ourselves as well as our men. No reason why we have to sit here and watch Worldwide Magazine and get fat or anything. So just lay down on your floor and point your toe outward and just raise up and down. Up and down. Very slowly. Kind of hurts. That's good. Pain is good. And up and down. Are you with me, ladies? Come on. Get off the couch. Do it with me.
Excuse me. Hi. My name is Vince of Worldwide Magazine. This is my co-host over here, Laurie. And we would like to ask you how you got the title of Miss Show Me St. Louis.
I went and entered a pageant over at Faces, a bar over in East St. Louis. And I went in there and I came in by storm and nobody was expecting me to be there.
Oh, okay.
And I came in and just did my stuff. I did my fabulous talent.
Could you turn around here so we could show them your sash? It says Miss Show Me Classic all the way 1992. It's a very good outfit. So how many people entered this contest? Do you know offhand?
I think there was 6.
That's a very small crowd. I mean, was it advertised pretty much?
No, not that I know of. Like I said, I came in at the last minute. I wasn't knowing that I was going to be in it, and I went over there and entered it. And thank God I got the crowd. Now I get to go to Miss Missouri, and hopefully I'll be Miss Missouri.
Hi, I'm Lori, and we're here again in the Forest Park at the Gay and Lesbian Pride festivities. I'm here with 2 gentlemen who want to tell us a little bit about some of the activities that have been going on the past week or so. And your name is?
Greg Hurt.
And Greg, what kind of activities have you been involved in getting ready for the fest and leading up to today?
Well, with the leather community, I've been involved with the Mr. Leather Pride, and I competed last Friday night for it. Came in first runner-up.
Great. Now, to someone who's like not familiar with the gay and lesbian community, you want to kind of just inform as part of this, you know, and kind of educating our community in general at large. What would you say is the role of like leather? What are the interests?
Well, leather is like, okay, everyone dresses differently in the gay and gay and lesbian community, and we all wear what we want to wear. And leather is part of our lifestyle. We enjoy what it means to us and how we feel, but everybody has a different degree in what they enjoy on it. To me, it's just that we want to gain, as leather people, we're kinder, gentler. We want people to know us out of respect, you know, not fear us. We want them to respect us out of knowing us all. That's basically what we go for. We go around and we have a lot of community organizations. We help the AIDS, the food outreach. We do a lot of different things just to help out the community. And it's just on the whole benefits. Instead of people being afraid, it tends to teach them a little more respect and to you know, care for us a little more.
Hi, my name is Vince. Can I see your sash there for a minute?
Oh, sure. There you go.
Now, this is Miss Gay, Missouri. We met Miss Show Me, St. Louis a while ago. Now, how many people entered this contest?
How many were in? There was 26 people in this contest.
And how did this contest come about?
This contest is 20 years old, and it's the most prestigious title in the state of Missouri to win. And as Miss Gay Missouri, not only do you represent the community as a whole, but you also get to go to Miss Gay America at the end of the year.
Okay. And what happens at the end of whoever wins Miss Gay America?
Well, whoever wins Miss Gay America, then she goes on and fulfills her obligation to the whole country.
It's basically like all the other titles of Miss America or Miss Somebody, right?
Uh-huh, correct. Just
Okay.
like the real ones.
Okay, well, nice talking to you.
Thank you.
Check this out. I was just going through Pete's mail. He is a finalist in the Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes. A finalist. I think he could really win. This is so great. I had to open it up. I hope he's not mad at me for doing that. But there's a letter in here from the president of Publishers Clearinghouse saying, "Hey Pete, you know, you're a finalist." This is the letter right here. I think this is so great. I mean, he's going to win. We're going to be millionaires. I'm going to be so happy. We're going to be rich. It's all I've ever really wanted to be, really. And I'm so happy about this. I mean, can you believe it? Pete, a finalist in the Publishers Clearinghouse. That's so unbelievable. It almost makes me want to stop exercising, but you know I can't. I've got to look good. Someday I'm going to be able to have sex, and I really want to be ready for that. I want to be in the best physical condition I can possibly be in when my sexual time comes. So let's get back to some exercises. What do you say we turn the other way this time and get the other leg? Come on, ladies, do this with me. Don't make me do this alone. Okay, get your body as straight as possible. Put one hand in front of you there and point your toe outward because we're working on this part of our thighs again. Okay, and we're just going to go up and down, up and down, and try and do it as slowly as possible because the slower you do it, the harder you work. Don't we all know that? Up and down. Let's keep these leg lifts going. And in the meantime, let's get back to Vince and Lori and Pete down at the Gay Lesbian Parade. Let's watch.
Yeah, next we have the Blue Mac Cycle Club, and they'll be coming down. They were here last year, also had a nice float display.
Are these a bunch of bikers, more or less, or are they?
Well, as you can see, Vince, they're into leather, and maybe we can ask some people about, you know, their feelings about leather later. There's a diversity in the gay and lesbian community. It's diverse amongst itself as a straight community, our society in general. What do you think about that, Vince? I'd like to see you in one of these outfits. Maybe the one in the middle.
Maybe after I have my baby this year, I'll be able to fit into an outfit like this. That's the leather crowd.
I really like this group here, the leather crowd, because it really it shows you the two extremes, liking men and yet being very, very incredibly masculine with leather and bikes and big trucks. That's beautiful. I want to mention that we are taping this parade today for the people at Double Helix who couldn't tape it because, of course, they're all in it. Here comes some more people. Who is this group now, Laurie?
Pete, this is a Radical Fairy group.
What?
This is a Radical Fairy group.
Now, what is a radical fairy? I wonder what this means. You know, it's very strange that they come out here in different outfits, so evidently it means all kinds of different gay people. Look at this guy, he's dressed up like Mr. Spock, you know, a gay Spock.
That's right, gay Star Trek. That's right. So
like,
we are everywhere, past, present, and future.
We have gone where no man and woman has gone before. And look at this, a gay dog even. Ain't that cute?
Can you tell us a little bit about your outfit and what you were doing out there in the middle of Euclid in Maryland?
Oh, just having fun and being myself.
And this isn't a formal organization, is it?
No, it's more like an informal disorganization.
Great.
Fairies basically believe in individuals being themselves and not being tied to any sort of restrictions that society or advertising or what anyone says you're supposed to be.
Right. What's this? The headgear is green.
Well,
symbolize
it's
growth
sort of a satyr. Yeah.
It's a nice tattoo.
Yeah.
What's that called?
It's a satyr.
What's a satyr? 'Cause I don't
like, or satyr, either way.
I'm not familiar with what that is, to be honest.
Sort of like Pan in ancient Greece, running around in the woods, having sex with anything that moved.
Pretty lighthearted.
Yeah.
Kind of easy going. Love it. Okay, thanks for showing us your outfit.
Okay.
It's great boots, man. What do we have coming down the street here, Vince?
I don't know. It looks like a says big something. I can't read it right now. It
says big fag.
Yeah, oh, big fag. Oh. Huh.
I like the hairdo.
Yeah, it's a hairdo, but I wonder what it means by big fag. Is he a bigger fag than most gays, or what?
Can you tell us a little bit about the Megs Coalition?
As far as Megs goes,
is this all Megs? I mean, it's large.
Yeah, this is the group that follows the Megs float. It's usually the biggest float each year. Megs is one of the biggest bars here in town. It's the busiest that I've ever been to, anyway.
And what's been going on in preparation for this? What other events are being held?
We had the debutante ball just last night, and then we also have activities like they have a grown American youth dance, which is for the teenagers and so forth.
Right.
And then a few other activities as well.
I think we saw the founder of that earlier with the SIUE, or at least there was one youth group there. So enjoy. We'll see you maybe over on the other side of the park.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks. Here they go. This is the Les Talks Coalition. They've done well. Grassroots newspaper within the last year. Live and flourishing.
I know they've had some problems, that group has, over the past year, but on the whole, they're doing pretty good.
Well, actually, I think they've been kind of growing. And, you know, Pete, you think everybody's like, you know, maybe not everybody's one way or the other, you know, like 100% one-way gay or 100% one-way straight. It's a pretty diverse society, you know.
I feel sorry for all the people, including myself, that haven't tried the swinging lifestyle yet. But I know that it's unnatural to just like people of the opposite sex, and we hope that us that are afflicted with this terrible disease will be cured eventually.
Like heterophobia, you mean?
Yeah, heterophobia, right.
Well, last year I remember seeing a dog in the park at the Gay and Lesbian Pride Fest, and it had a little banner on it. It said "Gay rights are human rights," and I would agree with that.
Well, the certain gay people that are doing stuff with dogs now?
No, it was just a little dog. You know, somebody had their pet with the little banner. It said "Gay rights are human rights."
I mean, I really think, I respect these people immensely, and I wish them well, but I think they have sex way too much on their mind, and they should bring sex back in the closet, and who they want to make love to should be their own personal business.
Well, you know, there are different opinions about that. Now, if you're talking to your average breeder on the south side, that may be, you know, an opinion.
Me and Kathy have been watching the Gay Lesbian Parade, and we've been having a wonderful time. And of course, Kathy's been exercising, which she'll do again in just a second. But I wanted to just bring up some point to you right now. Did you ever notice that, let me ask you this. Did you ever see a picture of the dark side of the moon?
The album cover, yes.
No, the dark side of the moon, the other side of the moon. You know, they went there.
No.
The astronauts went there a long time ago.
No,
But did you ever see a picture of it?
No.
Neither did I. And I mean, I imagine it looks just like the other side of the moon, but it's amazing that you haven't seen too many pictures of it or anything. Is there something behind that?
I don't know.
Well, really, there's no pictures that I know of the dark side of the moon, but we do know that the astronauts supposedly went there.
Supposedly.
But that's
maybe that's why there are no pictures.
No, they went there.
Maybe they just didn't really go there. Maybe they just said they went there and they didn't really go there.
Well, it's probably the same as...
I mean, you never know. Maybe they just say that they go all these places. Maybe they just say that the shuttle's in orbit. Maybe it's really not. I mean, maybe it's just a big hoax. Maybe nobody's ever really been up there.
Well, speaking of hoaxes, I have in my hand the Lesbian and Gay News Telegraph, which talks about brutal mob attacks at Pride Fest, which is true, that the gays and lesbians were attacked at the Pride Fest, which was, of course, terrible, and they were attacked by mobs of black people, which, of course, is not representative of all black people, but some of the black people that were there attacked them, and the Gay Lesbian Times here says that they were attacked because they were gay and lesbian. Well, that might be politically correct, but it's not true. They were attacked because they were white. In fact, we have reports that the black mob was yelling, "Remember Rodney King," when they were beating up the gay and lesbians. So I guess it's politically correct, and something they want to do is say that they were attacked and persecuted because they were gay and lesbian. But the fact is, they were persecuted and attacked because they were white.
I think maybe the people that did the attacking, you know, the angry mob, I think maybe they saw that as like a double bonus. I mean, not only were these people gay and lesbian, but they're also white, so maybe that
could be.
Like a double header kind of thing.
Oh,
you
right,
know? And it's like they wanted to beat up some gay people and they wanted to beat up some white people, and hey, look at this, here's a whole fest here where there are both in the same breath. So they probably saved a lot of time with that, really. And I don't know.
Yeah, well.
Maybe some effort, I don't know.
Anyway.
I've seen some of those lesbians, though. I wouldn't want to fight with them.
Well, some of those lesbians were very beautiful, at least for me.
Why shouldn't they be?
But I asked them out for a date before we were going to get engaged, of course.
Oh.
And they never would go out with me because they, you know.
Because they're lesbians.
But I'll tell you one thing. If I would kiss those lesbians, if I would kiss them, especially with the tongue, they wouldn't be lesbians anymore.
Oh, Pete, come on.
They wouldn't be lesbians anymore.
Come on, no. Why do you want to have this argument every time?
Yes, brother Jesus. I don't suppose in your ignorant whiteness you ever realized that I was the inspiration for the movie and the song called Shaft. Oh, I don't guess you ever did. And that part they go, "Who is the man who would exit on the..." Oh, hell, I don't even remember, but there's one part in there where they go something about, they say that cat Shaft is a bad mother. Shut your mouth, and that's what I say to you. Goodbye. This is Uncle Nunzio. I got only one thing to say. Free Gianagatti. Free Gianagatti. He sells the zippers. He's a zipper salesman. He's no mobster. I watch your show every Friday night. I never miss it. It's great. You guys are walking out on a limb every week, doing a great job, catching people the way they really are. And that's really funny. And you guys are doing a great job. Keep up the good work. Bye.
Okay, ladies, it's time to get back on the floor again and do more exercises with me. We're still shaping that lower body because it's still the most important part. Guaranteed. So let's not worry about how big our chests are, or how long our nails are. Let's just worry about our lower bodies for right now. Okay, what I want you to do is lay down on the floor and lay all the way down and get really, really comfy and keep your feet close together. Now this is kind of tough, but just bear with me. Point your toes outward, put your arms flat on the floor and just very gently raise and hold. And hold it there for a few minutes and come back down. And raise and hold. And hold it there for a few minutes and come back down. And this is going to work the ever important abdomen. And you know, you can't really look good in anything, not just a swimsuit, but a pair of jeans, a skirt. You really can't look good in anything unless you're nice and flat across here. Okay, that's your abdomen. So let's make sure that we're nice and flat here. We want to be flat here. We want to be firm here. Okay, so let's get this part flat right now. And up and hold and down slowly. Up and hold and down slowly. Why don't we get back to the gay and lesbian parade down in the West End, okay? Watch the parade, but exercise with me. Come on, lay down. But it's good. It's good for you. And up and hold.
Well, I've come across this real interesting person. She has a lot of tattoos all over her body. And I'm going to ask her about how she came about all these tattoos and why she started them. Okay, which one? This one here, this is a real nice tattoo.
I just got this a week ago. I have 20 tattoos. Started getting them when I was 12 years old. And been getting them ever since.
So you get one like one a year or something like that? Or?
Oh, no, I got 3 in the past 2 weeks.
And what's this tattoo here? This is a real nice looking tattoo.
I got that 12 years ago.
Oh, really?
And
was that your first tattoo? Or?
Yes, it was.
Okay,
it was 12 years ago. This was my first tattoo. I just got it recolored. There's people get into different things, and it's not any kind of a thing, you know.
You told me you had a very interesting tattoo somewhere. Can you show everybody where that tattoo is? Could you check that out inside the lips? Can you zoom in on that, Mike? Look at that. That's great. I mean, there's a little bit, little words there. You can read them. You know what it says. And basically, it looks like you're into a lot of eagles and a lot of.
Eagles.
Okay, what's the significance of all the eagles?
Just freedom.
Freedom.
Freedom. Started getting into haircut.
Show me another one. Ooh, that's a really nice one. A very interesting one right here. 2 women. It's really nice.
This is Lori again, and I'm here with Mr. Missouri Leather. He's going to tell us a little bit about the organization and how he became Mr. Missouri Leather. I have just a really blunt, general question to ask you. What do you tell, like, you know, you're a married Southside guy, 2 kids, a breeder type, about what this is about? If you had to explain, you know, what leather is in the gay community, what role it plays.
Well, basically, I would explain how the leather community evolved. Basically, it evolved after the Second World War. Ex-servicemen tried to get together in a masculine setting. They've been exposed to uniforms and motorcycles, and developed out of a camaraderie of brotherhood.
And where is it today?
Today, it's evolved into include people that see leather as a fetish, people that like to ride bikes. It includes S&M people, fetish people.
Like people who are like into foot fetishes and.
Yeah, various foot fetish, whipping, you know, any of the S&M bondage type things. That's a part of the leather community. But leather people aren't necessarily into S&M, and S&M people aren't necessarily leather people.
Now, you were telling me just a little bit ago that there are even branches of some of the organizations that are for women, or are there, you know, branches or separate organizations?
Yes, there are leather clubs that involve just women, such as Memphis Women of Leather. But lately, the men's leather clubs are beginning to bring women into the fold.
Really, dating is an important and a very natural relationship between unmarried men and women. Basic to the human biological urge to look for a mate. It's the best way to meet different kinds of girls and to evaluate them as possible mates and let them evaluate you. Now, dating different girls is just the first step. Later on, you court one girl, then marriage and children, and raising them in a family environment. This is the road that can lead you to an emotional and physical relationship that can endure for years and years.
Yeah, I guess.
And let's see, here they come. This is still the MCC group.
Still MCC. The young man right here in the green shorts, that's the preacher. That's Brad Rashawn. And this is part of the congregation. Just a small part of it. Here's the card for...
Okay, Metropolitan Community Church. And here comes a group for Presbyterians for Lesbian and Gay Concerns.
That's also another gay church.
I guess you don't necessarily have to be like gay or lesbian. You can just be supportive of the community.
Right, exactly. We do not discriminate if you're straight, you're bisexual, whatever. We do not discriminate. None of the churches discriminate. Just we want you to have a Christian faith.
And here's Vince again with his Hi Vince, or Hi, I'm Vince, let's party.
Hi everybody, and if you've been on the floor as long as I have, you know that it's break time, finally. Whew! I've worked up quite a sweat with all those exercises, but I feel really good right now because I know that lower half is pretty damn tight, if I do say so myself. And for anybody who called the hotline after our last show, I'd like to show you that my feet are now clean. So whoever you are out there talking about my dirty feet, you try dancing in Tower Grove Park with no shoes on, and I think your feet are going to be kind of dirty too. Okay, Black Jesus wanted to go down to the gay lesbian parade, and we couldn't let him because he's too violent of a person, but he had a statement that he wanted to make, some things he wanted to say, so here's Black Jesus talking to you about the gays and lesbians.
Gay pride is a misnomer. It's accepted by the families, it's accepted by the homosexuals themselves and the gay persons or lesbians who accept that type of, or that way of life. But it's not natural, for God created Adam and Eve. He did not create Adam and Steve. He did not create Sarah and Eve, okay? He created Adam and Eve. And I devoutly believe in that theory.
Well, yeah, but you understand that the gay people are proclaiming that they're proud. Now, what do you think they're proud about?
They're proud of living a lifestyle which is totally ungodly, totally unnatural for a man to lay with a man and stick his man's anus, or for a female to lay down between a woman's legs and to converse with her unnaturally, such as sexual orgasms, okay? And I cannot deny that. It's unnatural. It's ungodly. It's unthought about. But guess what? Not only that, they control the format of our lives, and I shall not be a participant in that ungodly act. And I believe in spirituality, not religiously, because religions teach different things.
Well, I think a lot of people would disagree with you, Black Jesus. I think a lot of people feel that the lesbian homosexual lifestyle is very natural and very good. I think your opinion would be the minority opinion at this point. I'll hold the microphone.
Well, Mr. Parisi, I might agree with you. If I have a son or a daughter that's homosexual or lesbian, I might agree with you. Because I would be trying to protect their lifestyle, protect their manner of living. And I would not like, especially if I had money, and I was a very wealthy person, I could not do, I could not tear down their lifestyle. But as a human being, knowing the Word of God as I do, knowing the Bible as I do.
Where does it say in the Bible that homosexuality is bad? Tell me the verse in the chapter.
Yes, sir. In the book of Genesis, I cannot quote you the scripture, another verse.
Yeah, sure.
But God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah.
That has to do with salt. Well, we've been watching the gay and lesbian parade, and I would like to thank everybody for taping that for us. Mike and Laurie and Vince, of course, who was very active in the parade. And I want to talk about something about sexual harassment right now. It's a truth, and I've never really said this before, but it's going to be in People magazine next week, so I'll tell you right now about me. I was sexually harassed 10 years ago myself. A girl tried to sexually harass me. She tried to grab me in certain parts of the body, and she wanted to have sex in the worst way. And of course, as Kathy knows, we were not going to have sex at all until after the marriage. And
that must have been horrible for you.
It was horrible. I'll never be the same.
I'll bet not.
I'll never be the same. I still have nightmares at night about it.
You know, Pete, you never told me about this before.
It's the truth.
I'm so touched that you're sharing that. I mean, this must be such a personal, horrible thing for you.
I didn't want to say it, but the tabloids got a hold of it. They're going to have it in the tabloids anyway.
Oh, God.
So I'm going to have to come out of the closet now and tell you the truth that I was, 10 years ago, I was sexually harassed.
Well, you know, Pete, it's really good, I think, that you're coming out with this right now, because I'll bet there are a lot of men out there who've had women chase them and harass them and try and force their tight, hot bodies on them, and they need to know that they're not alone. That this has happened to many people. This has happened to Pete. And you know, if this can happen to Pete, this can really happen to anybody. So you don't need to feel bad.
What does that mean? Wait, what does that mean? If this can happen to me, it can happen to anybody.
Well, because you're a pretty famous person, you know? And I mean, if anybody's going to do anything to you,
10 years ago.
Well,
I'm not that famous.
you know what I mean, right? So I mean, guys, really don't feel bad if this has happened to you. You're not alone, and the best thing you can do is, talk about it.
Well, I'm going to counseling twice a week, and my counselor has said that I've made some good progress, but I still have nightmares, persistent nightmares about it, and I guess I'll never be the same. I'll never be the same.
Well, do you know, if there are other men out there having nightmares, you know what they could do?
Right.
If you're having nightmares due to this kind of sexual harassment, what you need to do is just get up in the middle of the night, when you're having these nightmares, and just pop in a Worldwide magazine tape. Maybe pop in this episode, and I'll be there telling you that, you're not alone. It's okay to feel that way, because I think this has happened to a lot of men. I think there are a lot of women who are just really running rampant out there. Just crazy.
I'll never be the same.
Yeah, well,
I'll never be the same.
Well, we'll work on it, Pete.
Okay.
We'll get you there.
Anyway, Kathy's going to be exercising again in a few minutes, but now we're going to go to the 1992 VP Fair Parade. We didn't cover the VP Fair this year because we've been there too many times before, and it was too hot.
They really hate us down there.
Too hot for Kathy there, so we didn't go.
It wasn't too hot for me. It was just that, how much they hate you, and they really don't want Pete around anyway, so we thought, well, maybe we can spend one holiday weekend out of jail. So we didn't go. That's really the reason why we didn't.
Well, we didn't go, and we did cover the parade. So now here's Vince and Marty with the VP Fair Parade. And Vince and Marty are real hunks of men.
Oh, Vince and Marty. I have nightmares at night about Vince and Marty.
Okay, here they are, Vince and Marty in the VP Fair Parade.
Look out, look out, look out, look out, look out, look out, look. Look out, look out, look out, right there. He got coffee, spilled coffee.
Well, as usual, Pete does it again, and he spills coffee all over a little bit of kids.
Let's done it again. Tidal wave.
Pete knocked coffee all over these nice little kids over here. Spoiled the VP parade again, Marty, as usual, right?
Hey, man, it wouldn't be complete without some wetness on the spot.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk to some of these people up here, all right? Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Glad to meet you, glad to meet you, glad to meet you. Yeah, how you doing? Hey. Boy, Marty, I tell you, this is a lot of fun out here. We just came right up here. They let us through, the crowd let us through and everything.
Hey, that's what you get for this, the great salvation of the VP Fair.
Okay, Marty and Vince, it's great to have you here doing the commentary for the fair. We're at the VP Fair Parade, and Marty and Vince are going to tell us about everything that's happening here at the parade.
Oh, it's a shame that little kid got coffee spilled all over him like that.
Yeah, man. Pete shouldn't have brought his coffee down here. You know what coffee does to you? It makes you wet all over.
Hey, Marty, look at this guy. This group out here, O'Fallon, Illinois. I wonder what they're doing out here at the VP parade. They're from Illinois. They're not even from Missouri.
Hey, they're kind of lost, ain't they? They're out of their hometown.
You know, I always thought the VP Fair was from people from St. Louis, right? Missouri participant. Now they got them all over the place. This became a worldwide affair, you know. Of course, we're a Worldwide Magazine. We're big hits on Worldwide Magazine. You know, our show's been doing real fine. You know, look, I mean, the VP officials will let us come out here, and they let us take care of everything. We ought to congratulate them. So thanks for letting us come out here to do the parade this year, right?
Yeah, you got that right. But I enjoy coming down here to the fair, even if it is a bunch of people I don't care about.
Sir, we'd like to thank you for letting us come out here. Thank you, thank you.
Hey, Vince knows everybody around town, don't he?
Candy. You want some candy?
Yeah, you got some candy. Hey, St. Louis Science Center is now back in town. The big people in town. Hey, Vince. Hey, when Vince takes up the camera, don't he take it up?
I don't know where these people riding their bicycles are coming from, but I don't think they belong in the parade, do they?
No, they're kind of on the wheels, as you could say. Hey, they got all kinds of different bands down here. You know, I don't know all of them. I believe there's over 200 different parties that makes this parade up.
Well, you know, Marty, this has always been a big thing every year, the VP parade. And, well, Uncle Sam's coming down the street. I know too many people, Marty. Why don't you take over when I get out there? I'll join the parade and start, you know, mingling with the parade goers out here because they all know me pretty well.
And you might notice that this is an all-white school. There's no blacks in this parade here.
Hey, how come they ain't desegregated?
You know, that's right. The gay community hasn't been involved in the VP Fair this year either, has it?
My friend Tyrone wanted to march this parade here with this group, the Maitre D's, and he wasn't able to.
Wow, Tyrone.
Yeah. See, Pete knows all these people. Marty, I think I better get out there and start mingling with some of the parade goers. What do you think?
Yeah, I can probably adjust to that.
What's your favorite float?
I like all of them.
What's your favorite float?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? You like all that candy we gave you?
Yeah.
You want us to get some more candy?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, how you like the VP parade so far?
Great.
You want to be on the Vince and Marty show? Say yes. You want to be on the Vince and Marty show?
Yeah.
How'd you like to be on the Vince and Marty show?
Sure.
Okay, well, you can look for us after the parade, all right? I did, no, I
dance with him, Vince, dance with him. Go out there and dance with him, Vince. Go out there and dance with him, Vince. Hey, Vince, I see you got some real talent out there.
Yeah, I got some of the younger girls, too, to get on the Vince and Marty show. They said they'd see us after the parade.
Right. I thought you knew a couple of those guys. You knew that big blonde guy out there.
It was over our house the other night. Remember that? We had to kick her off the front porch.
Those girls, young, firm teenage girls were really nice.
I wonder how old they were, Marty.
Oh, starting age, 16 and up.
Oh, 16 or under, yeah, 16
yeah,
and
16
under.
And under.
Yeah. Well, here's another band. It's Kokomo High School Wildcats. Now, they're from Kokomo, Indiana. Like I say, what they're doing here in St. Louis, I don't know. That just goes to show you the VP Fair still promotes out-of-town stuff.
Wait a minute. They're getting ready for the race ride. They're having a race ride next week, so they're getting out and they're having a real time here with a race ride we're gonna have next week. So starting the 6th, we're having a race ride. So we're getting ready for the bombing.
Yeah, they had to personally call this group out from Kokomo, Indiana. That's like I say, there's no reason for them to be from out of state. I thought this was supposed to be a Missouri festival, right?
Right.
here comes Uncle Sam. He decided to join the parade this year, and it's sponsored by Lou Few, so I guess, you know, I don't know, these car dealers, they seem to get their hands in everything all the time.
Hey, look at Vince. He's trying to, look at Vince out there. He's trying to help him hold Uncle Sam up. He's trying to hold Uncle Sam up. Look at Vince. Vince is working hard. Boy, Vince is really working hard. Hold that balloon up. Hold Uncle Sam up there. Hey, Vince! Vince is going to an ambulance.
And thanks to Vince and Marty for that fine coverage of the VP Fair Parade. It's the kind of coverage it deserves to have. And now on Worldwide Magazine, we bring you a special news story about the gay protest at the Sublet Police Station. Hi, this is P.E.P. and we're at the Sublet Police Station, right by Arsenal and Sublet, where a group of gay people are holding a protest against the police department. They claim that the police department didn't treat them right during the Gay Fest a few weeks ago, when a whole bunch of gay people were beat up by black people. Now, I've said on the show before that I think that the gay people were beat up by the black people, not because they were gay, but because they were white. But they don't believe that here. They feel that the gay people were beat up because they were gay. They said that lots of black people that were gay were also beat up, but if you can take a look at the crowd, there is no black people here. There's not one black person here protesting with these other people. So we're going to talk to some of the crowd here and ask them what they think about what went on at the Gay Fest several weeks ago. Kai, could you tell us what exactly they're protesting here today?
Where are you from?
Well, you want to tell us what they're protesting?
Yeah, sure. We're protesting.
Worldwide Magazine, a cable show.
Thank you. We're protesting the bashing that went on in Forest Park after the Pride festivals 2 weeks ago.
Well, they said that black people beat up gay people?
Yes,
people beat up black gay people.
Black gay people. It wasn't a racism. We're not.
It wasn't nothing to do with racism.
We're not talking about racism. We're talking about the homophobia and the lack of police response that has gone on with this.
How come there's no black people here protesting today?
There's several right over there.
Right over
Take
there.
a look.
Where?
Where? Bill. Hey, Bill.
Bill.
Bill, come here a second.
Into a racist saying this is not what
so it's nothing to do with racism at all?
No.
Okay. Now, what exactly did the police do wrong?
There was a lot.
They didn't do.
Okay, what did they do?
They refused assistance to people who were subject to bashing.
So you're saying that gay people went up to the police department and asked them for help, and they refused to help them?
Exactly.
You have their badge numbers?
Yes, we have badge numbers.
Oh, really?
Where have you been this past 2 weeks? If you've been paying attention, you'd be noticed that we've been having talks with the police for the past 2 weeks.
So are the police that didn't help, were they being punished?
You'd have to speak to the police about that.
I ended up taking him to a local gay bar. I was changing a tire in the 3rd District. I was wearing a pair of chaps. A police car pulled up behind me and I thought, good, he was stopping to help me. I couldn't identify the police car and didn't see the policeman well. He called me a faggot and hit me. When I came to, he was driving off.
Shame! 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 Do your job! Shame! 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 Shame!
I tell you, this is the social fabric of our lives. This is what we experience on a daily basis. This is what we're here to tell you all about. Another thing that this man that Jerry's with said, he just didn't say, am I safe? He said to Jerry, I'm gay, am I safe? And that's what he repeated over and over and over again. Man who did not know where he was, he didn't know what had happened, he didn't know that the watch on his arm was his own. But he knew, I'm gay, am I safe? Our next speaker is Zulema Halpin. She's one of the founding members of the Privacy Rights Education Project. Excuse me, it's Zulema Tang Martinez. I've known her too many years as Halpin. And I thought of that before I introduced her.
That's a tribal name. Is that a girl?
For me, one of the most disturbing aspects of what happened 2 weeks ago in Forest Park has been the potential for increasing the polarization and division that exists between minority communities in our city. For example, some members of the media have chosen to represent what happened as essentially and primarily a black-on-white attack. And also, unfortunately, some members of the gay and lesbian community, as well as of the public at large, have also chosen to buy into this explanation. Needless to say, that characterization of what happened has only served to reinforce negative feelings about the African American community in the city. We live in a society which at its very core is racist, homophobic, anti-Semitic, and sexist. Yet it is absolutely essential for all of us to realize that all forms of bigotry, whether it be hatred against gays and lesbians, against people of color, against Jews, or against women, are interconnected.
Well, this girl is mad at everybody, that's for sure. I don't think she'd ever make it as an Amway salesman. You know, she doesn't have that, you know, gregarious personality that you need for selling detergent in 10-pound boxes. I think that the blacks should be out here with the gay people protesting because the police didn't beat them up, and they are being once again discriminated against. They're not being beat up the way white people would be if they were protesting against gays. So there's a whole bunch of different things that we should protest here today. This is very Afrocentric, I think. This is very Afrocentric, homophobic, and paraplegic. Well, they're returning the signs here. Look at this. This is interesting here. They're returning the signs. The signs are the property of somebody that's going to use them again for another protest. They're going to be they're reusable protest signs.
Well, I think they're going to hike them over to Forest Park so they can make a nice fire for the 200 black youths that gather around Angel Fountain every Sunday night.
Well, that was a gay lesbian protest at the Sublette Police Station, the Sublette Police Superstation. They were protesting against the police not protecting the gay people enough during the Pride Fest several weeks ago. And they did refuse help from the police department prior to the Pride Fest. They didn't want the police to be involved. Of course, nobody wants the police to be involved until you're getting beat up, being hit over the head with something, and of course suddenly you want the police to be involved. Basically, the police are in a no-win situation. A bunch of black people, not representative of all black people, beat up a bunch of gay people, who are also a bunch of white people. But of course, that's not good for their political purposes. They can't make political fodder out of that. So they have to say that they're beat up because they were gay. Anyway, to change the subject, over here across the street, we're right across the street from the St. Louis Mental Hospital, which is famous 5400 Arsenal Street. And you know the official song of the mental hospital, don't you? I'll sing it for you. And every 19 minutes, the place goes crazy. Hey, take my picture, Mike. Take my picture, Mike. I'm sure the audience wants to see me sing this. They don't just want to hear me. They want to see me sing it. Wait a second. I'll get it in front of I'll get it here. Wait a second here. You have the mental hospital behind me? Yes, okay. And every 19 minutes, the place goes crazy. You know, I told you this once before, but I had a wonderful dinner here at 5400 Arsenal Street a few years ago. I had a wonderful Thanksgiving dinner. Boy, it was great. Had everything in it from soup to nuts.
Are you guys going down here to the VP Fair this year?
Yeah, we down here.
You gonna be down here all the time, huh?
Yep.
So what brings you down here this year?
We down here watching the air show now.
Oh, you watching the air show? What do you do for a living?
We homeless.
Oh, you homeless?
Yeah.
Oh, who do you blame for that?
Myself.
What? Who you blame for being homeless?
The governor and the president.
The president? The president who?
Oh, what that mother is? This is what I blame.
You blame what?
This.
Oh, drinking, huh?
Yeah. I blame the president of the United States.
You know his name?
Yeah, Reagan.
Reagan? Oh, okay. Well, nice talking to you guys. You're doing a fine job. I hope you get a job soon, okay?
Let's ever get some jobs for my homeless people.
Okay, I'll tell them. You want me to talk to who now?
Talk with President Reagan. Say President Reagan have
President Reagan, okay. Thank you.
Hi everybody, we're back to the exercise part of our program, but you know, I think I'm going to take a break at this point because there's something I'd like to talk to everyone out there about, and that is this sex thing and the not having sex thing until we get married. You know, I thought that this was something that I really wanted to do. I thought this was something that would be really good for me, but you know, I'm starting to think that maybe I just need to go ahead and have sex now. Because I mean, I'm not terribly young. I mean, I'm not old, but I'm not really young. And you know, I hate to burst anybody's image of me, but I have had sex before in the past. I'm really not a virgin, and abstinence is just so boring. I need to have somebody to have sex with, and I'm not even sure if there's anybody out there that would have sex with me. I don't know. If there's anybody out there who would have sex with me, please call the hotline and say so. The number is 879-3002. This is not a joke. Now quit laughing. I know there's everybody out there is just like laughing so hard right now. Don't, because I'm really serious. This is something I'm thinking about breaking up with Pete for somebody I can have sex with. So if there's anybody out there who, I don't know, who might want to, I don't know. I'm a nice girl. I really am, and I'm clean, and I'm a good housekeeper, and I mean, but none of that matters. If you just want to have sex or something, call the hotline, 879-3002, because I think I'm just going to have to go ahead and do it and get some, because I can't wait until I get married. I don't know, it's just not me. I don't know. Does anybody else out there feel that way?
Wait, Kathy, what do you mean? What are you talking about? You're not going to have sex with me or anybody else. Come on. Come on.
Pete.
Come on.
I'm talking to the viewing audience.
I'm going to lock you up in the back room to make sure you don't have any sex.
You're not going to lock me up anywhere.
I'm going to lock you up. I'm changing the back room.
With the
so
audience right now about this.
You're not having sex with me or anybody else.
Please call the hotline and let me know what you
No, you're not. No, come on, no.
Yeah,
no. You're not having any sex with anybody.
Hey, come on. This is my turn to have a talk with the audience. Everybody else on this show gets to talk. You know, Big Daddy gets to talk, Vince Marty gets to talk, Miss Kathy gets to talk, Black Jesus even gets to talk. This is my turn to talk. You know, I'm sick of always being the one standing around, smiling and giggling and going on with everything, you know. This is my turn now to voice my opinion, and I need your help. So please, this is a sex thing.